Hey, boy Manning here. Welcome to the Garden Report. Disappointing night for the Celtics. 107-97 losers here in a game they led by 5 with about 5 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Off a big Marcus Smart push, Jaylen Brown transition take, 3-point play there, and a couple plays from Brown before. They had a 10-0 push midway through this quarter to take the lead, and then Warriors close at 15-0. Steph Curry hits the 40-point mark with a big shot over White that pushed the Warriors ahead by 6 late. Celtics cut it to 3 again on an Al Horford shot, but that was only one of 2 makes they had over their final 9 shots, all 9 of them over that stretch there, jump shots. So stagnancy, and as you said, the home run ball, killing the Celtics late there offensively. Turnovers through this game too. They hit 16 by the end of it, and as we said, the only way they could squander the series, it felt like, was by beating themselves, and they certainly did that here tonight.
Yeah, Bobby, the old cliche, man, going for a home run when all you needed was a couple of singles. I mean, a 3-point deficit, you're going for the 3, you're going for the tie as if there's 35 seconds on the clock. They had about 3.5 minutes at one point, right? And I thought one of the better heads-up plays that was made by the Celtics on the offensive end was that lead pass to Jaylen Brown. Now, it was a little off, but Jaylen Brown was able to collect it, but then he coughs it right up in front of the Warriors bench. I just thought that was a huge, big turnover. That's exactly the kind of turnover that the Warriors needed, and Steph Curry makes you pay on the other end. I mean, that was just a tough sequence for this Celtics team. I mean, for them to be stagnant the way they were, I mean, they kept using that word after the game, obviously, because that's just been their MO, as Al Horford talked about, after this loss. He's not surprised by this, but it's still frustrating. It's just been what they've done all season long and in the playoffs throughout, and the biggest stage. It's just part of their identity, part of who they are. However, you're not making your chances any better against this Golden State Warriors team. I'm not saying the Celtics team is doomed, but you're really gambling here. We've been talking about this all throughout, Bobby, how you can't gamble with a team like this. This is, it's led by Steph Curry, trying to get what could be his last championship or one of his last opportunities to grab one, and now he's only 2 wins away, just like the Celtics.
Such an uneven performance from Jayson Tatum, and that's where you're going to look at the point of attack. Warriors guy getting it done at the top, Curry. Celtics, others have had to step in and pick up the slack for Jayson Tatum, who's now 27% from 2 in this series. Ridiculous number. Lots of botched layups, transition runs, leaving points on the table there. Bad decisions through the middle portion of the game, especially 2 back-to-back turnovers there in the second, where he's just throwing in the crowds, getting over too deep in the paint, things Ime talks about again and again, and then certainly deferring to some shots where he might have had lanes to shoot himself there in the fourth. That possession where they hit Smart twice for back-to-back misses stands out there. So he's just got to be better. There's no way around it. He knows it. They know it. They got to get him better looks, I'd say, but at the same time, it just doesn't feel like he has confidence around the rim right now, and that's where he's leaving most of the points on the table.
Well, I just think he has to take control of the offense in those certain, in particular points of the game, especially in the fourth quarter. I mean, we've been saying it before. When he turns into point guard Tatum, when he's opening up the offense and getting guys opportunities, I mean, he's just as productive as he would be than scoring. However, when the Celtics are going into desperation mode, 5-8 seconds into a shot clock, looking for a 3, the ball's only being passed a couple of times, like that's when you start to see the panic in the Celtics' eyes. And the Golden State Warriors feed off on that. They've seen that look before. They're used to that. These guys are battle tested. They're experienced, especially throughout the ins and outs of a best-of-7 series at this stage, on this level, the championship, when it matters the most. So I do think the Warriors have constantly relied on that experience in the sense that they're able to battle throughout those opportunities. This is the first time we've seen a game that close late in the fourth quarter. We've been seeing a lot of blowouts throughout the series. So the Celtics, I mean, look, you got to take this and hope that the Celtics will learn from it if they're in this opportunity again. Because if you are in that opportunity again in Game 5, at San Francisco, you're gonna be in a tough spot, and the Celtics are going to lean on their best player, and that's Jayson Tatum.
Yep, it comes down to him, and they're going to need him to be much more decisive, be a scorer when he needs to be, and make better decisions. That's, I think, what it comes down to, making the decision to score, making the decision to pass.
They go as he leads. It's just been the story of the Celtics team, and especially when they're faced with adversity. And he typically responds in a good way. They're undefeated in these type of scenarios, so we'll see what happens. We're expecting a great performance from Jayson Tatum, and it should be enough for a win.
Yep, definitely. And some positives out of this one. You got Green on the bench. He was so out of sorts that the Warriors had to put him away.
Yeah.
Clay, still unsteady. Other Warriors in and out of the lineup, they're searching. I was ready to write so many pieces about how the Warriors are just kind of overmatched here, from lineup-wise, physicality-wise, and even talent-wise, top to bottom, I feel
Curry
like.
ruined
But
it, huh? He just
Curry
ru- he
didn't
just-
ruin it.
He ruins everything.
And the
He ruins
Celtics
everything.
botched it too down the stretch. Just needed probably 2 more buckets there to close it out, or at least get to an overtime or final shot opportunity. Instead, they lose this game by 10. Game they led by 5 with 5 minutes to go. Warriors top the series 2-2. San Francisco next, Game 5. We'll both be out there. Josue Pavon, Barry Manning. Big reason. Sponsors like
back.
HelloFresh. HelloFresh.com/playoff16. This series pushes on. There'll be a 6, at least 2 more games. So get yourself 16 free meals. 3 free gifts to push through in these late nights. Packaged ingredients, instructions, fresh ingredients on ice, including meats and a variety of vegetable dishes. Go over there and get it. Much cheaper than the supermarket, as well as the restaurants that are just raising prices left and right.
Stop. Save your money on takeout. Save your money.
Delivery, too, right to your door. That's convenient. HelloFresh.com/playoff16. 16 free gifts. 16 free meals, 3 free gifts. Josue Pavon, Bobby Manning, TD Garden, Celtics lose 107-97 here in Game 4.